welcome to Podcast versus Player. We're doing a new game. It's essentially our take on a Would You Rather, but this is called Lesser of Two Evils. Whoever goes first will pick two numbers, and whoever's got those numbers will shout them out, and then we'll swap.
I'm going to go for number 4 and number 15.
Number 4 and number 15. So, Dan, your choices are: be a superhero who vomits every time there's crime.
Okay.
Or replace your nipples for disco balls.
Are they flat disco balls? Are they like nipple shaped, or are they just like actual disco balls?
Actual disco balls. So you've essentially got two permanently erect nipples, but they are pretty big. Well, the mini disco balls.
Yeah. But do they act as disco balls?
Yeah, they glimmer light if...
Yeah, but do they spin? Do they...
Not properly spin. In terms of the ergonomics of a human body, they're just attached to you.
Right, okay. Can I feel them?
Yeah. Oh, with your hands, or do you know that they are there?
No, I mean, like, in the same way that if you flicked a nip, you'd feel that. If someone flicked my disco balls, would I feel it, or would I just...
I'm going to say you would, but it's because it's pulling the skin around.
Okay, so there's no actual, like, nerve endings or anything with it?
No.
So if they were to smash or get caught in a t-shirt or something like that,
you just have a hole.
Right, okay, that's fine. Well, that's fine, because there's no... So it's not like if I was going through a junkyard, as I often do.
As you always do, yeah.
And they get whipped off. It wouldn't be like someone's just ripped off my ears or something like that. It would just they'd just go and they'd be gone.
It would hurt because it'll pull it'll pull the skin off around.
Oh, okay. Right.
There's no actual sensation on the balls themselves.
Right. And for the superhero one, what's my superpower?
Vomiting. No, it is a stereotypical. So you're super strong, super fast. Potentially, you might be able to fly.
Okay.
But every time there's crime, you just vomit everywhere.
Now, is that crime I'm involved in?
Just any crime. So if you're aware, so if it was Superman, and you heard a crime happening in China, you'd just throw up wherever you was.
Yeah, but that's ridiculous, because there's crime happening all over the world constantly. You'd never get anything done, you'd just be vomiting all the time.
That's the point. You could soldier through it and still fight crime.
Well, you couldn't really if you're just covered in... Like, you'd be dehydrated. You'd probably die of... Like, you wouldn't have any food in your body.
He's super vom.
Yeah, exactly. So it empties out of me even quicker. So I've got less nutrients and shit inside me because they keep coming out too quick.
You can still eat the carrots.
That's the stomach lining. It's gonna have to be the disco ball nips, I think. Because
I think I choose disco nips.
Yeah, like that's. It seems like it's a lot less hassle, and if you were at a party or whatever, you'd just be like,
life and soul of that party.
It would give you a reason. I mean, to be fair, that means that you'd have to get a pretty sweet bod though if you're gonna have your shirt off because otherwise you're gonna have people saying, "What's that under your shirt?"
I think more people will be interested in the disco balls themselves than if you've got a six-pack.
I don't know, because otherwise you just look like an idiot who's just glued disco balls to his nips, and you're not that ripped either.
Unless you were shirtless all the time, it would just look like you had boobs.
Well, you wouldn't. I mean, they would be just small and specifically round. That no one has boobs that look like that.
Especially not men, Dan.
No, definitely not.
That's what I'm getting at.
But it would be... I mean, to be fair, if you just wore big jumpers, you'd never have to explain that away if you weren't fond of them. I mean, if you're, like, into disco, then I'm sure that's, every weekend you've got reason to whip your shirt off and just get those out. Like, you'd be pretty known on the disco scene.
That's what you'd be known for.
Yeah, but vomiting whenever there's... No, fuck that. That sounds like an absolute pain in the arse. It's disco nips or nothing. Yeah, it's got to be, man. Surely.
Right. I'm going to go with 1.
Okay.
And 21.
Okay. So, get punched in the balls whenever you read more than a sentence, or eat every fly or insect that you see.
Is it literally if I see an insect, I'll eat it?
Yeah. So if you were to go down the shops and there was an insect on a tree, like you would have to like climb the tree to get it if you clocked it. If you went to a zoo and there was like an insect habitat thing, yeah, you'd have to bust through that glass, and you like it's not a case of they would like zip into your mouth. You would have to consciously eat every single one of them. So if that was on a piece of dog shit, you'd have to go for it. If it was like flies around a rotting corpse, you'd have to go for a ball.
So what? So I get hit in the balls every time I read a false sentence.
No. Read more than a sentence.
Read more than a sentence.
So theoretically, you could read a book, but you just have to read a sentence and then stop.
What if I just picked bits of sentences? So, like, there was a man who he had, like, so basically just pick out words.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's a full sentence. So, from first word to last word of that sentence, grammatically with commas and shit, and then you get to that full stop. If you read a single word more than that, someone will punch you in the balls.
How hard?
Hard enough to feel it. Not like, you know, with a baseball bat level of just ball crushing.
Yeah, the ball one then, because not realistically, you could potentially not ever read anything.
Not if you want to work, you won't.
That's not part of this world, Dan.
No, it is, because I set the fucking rules.
Alright, what if I worked as a... there's got to be something where there's no words. A lollipop man.
Yeah, sure, you could be a lollipop man. Like a car registration plate wouldn't count as like a sentence.
Yeah.
But if you were stood at the side of the road waiting for kids to turn up, and then a bus drove past and you read the advert on the side of the bus, someone would probably pop you in the balls.
I'm going to go for the balls because I think there is... Well, A, there's less chance of dying. Theoretically.
I suppose, yeah.
But then again, how many times would it take until my balls just fell off?
Well,
it's
you know, you're not sort of talking like Daniel Craig, you know, Mads Mikkelsen whacking you in the balls with a piece of rope level of torture, you know. It's just sort of like, in the same way that you would if you were just sort of going, oh, do me a favour, just raise your arms, boom, and you just get someone and drop them to the floor. It'd just be that level.
So it's more the shock sensation.
Yeah, and plus it would probably condition you to not read sentences.
That's what I mean, like, you'd get to the point where you could just go, oh, I can hear a bus coming, close your eyes.
Yeah. I think you'd adapt to it.
Yeah.
But
definitely balls.
It wouldn't have to be like something that you would read out loud either. Like if you just read something and read the whole thing, like read a paragraph. So like it wouldn't be you complete a sentence, you move on to the next sentence, then you complete the next sentence. That would be two. You could read an entire book. So let's say you could defer your punch in the balls. So you could read a book in one go, and then once you finish the book, then you get a bop on the balls.
What if I just kept constantly stayed on the move?
No, there would always be someone with you.
I'm going to go balls.
You'd have a ball boy.
Ball boy.
It would just be with you, and just if he knows he's got like a sentence detector, a red sentence detector, and that's hooked up to your brain, and if that beeps, he'll give you a swift one.
Like Crank.
Yeah, it's the opposite of Crank, and with hits in the balls. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. That's what I had in mind when I thought that one. Yeah.
Can I add something?
Okay.
So every time I accidentally read a sentence, I get the Metal Gear Solid alert noise.
No.
So it's like, I'm like, oh fuck.
No, there's no warning. There's no countdown. There's no like.
I wanted to make it fun.
Yeah, there wasn't like a word counter or something like that. It was just like, oh, one more and you get it. Like you just have to get used to it.
What if I had to write something, but I didn't use any punctuation? So
no. Writing. So okay, let's say that writing your own sentence and reading that as you're writing it, that doesn't count. Yeah, so this is reading something that. I mean, if you wrote a paragraph and then saved that document and then came back to it the next day and then you read two sentences from it, then you get a punch in the balls.
I'm gonna go punch in the balls.
You're gonna stick with the punch in the balls.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with punching the balls.
This is the point of the game. It is. You can go straight for the one that you think's the easier of the two, but when you actually think about it, it's probably not. That's why you ask qualifying questions. Ding dong. Right.
All right, pick some numbers.
Okay, I'm going to go for number 6 and number 9.
Number 6. Oh, fuck. Number 6 and number 9. So,
Okay.
would you, lesser of two evils,
Nice save.
be the guy...
It's not copyrighted, it's fine, you can say it.
So, be the guy who finds Madeleine McCann, but she's lost a nipple and smells of your aftershave, or become a pawn in a life-size version of chess played by child-molesting wizards.
Huh. So Madeleine McCann, why she lost the nipple?
I don't know, I wasn't there.
But would people assume that I've done that?
Well, potentially, because she smells of your aftershave.
But that could just be like, well, I found her and I was just out at the club.
Yeah, I mean, you could if you could explain it away and people believe you.
Right, and would they?
I don't know. We'll have to ask. It's a bit weird that you found her, and she's losing like body parts, and she smells.
But
of
how would I
your
know that though?
aftershave.
How would I know?
You asked. She's like, "You all right?" She goes, "No, I've lost a nipple."
Yeah, she's not still 6 or whatever. Like if she's still alive by this
She's
point,
trapped
I'm
in
sure.
time.
Oh, okay, sure. There's time travel involved as well.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So have I got a time machine?
No, I was joking about that.
Oh, right, okay.
I think any missing person, if some rando finds them, they will
They'd
be
under scrutiny, do you reckon?
Yeah, like I'm not necessarily saying you'd go to prison, but there would be 50% of people would assume that you had something to do with their disappearance.
Oh, okay, right. So, but would the nipple thing? Would I have to disclose that?
I mean, you could say I found her. FYI, she's not in the best of shape. I carried her here, so she might smell of my aftershave.
Okay, that's interesting. But she's also lost the nip, and they're like, "Well, how do you know that?" Yeah, well, I looked. Like, I mean, there's no easy way out of getting out of that.
There's not, Dan.
What was the other one?
Become a pawn in a life-size version of chess played by child-molesting wizards.
Right. Okay.
So you are an actual chess piece.
Yeah. But them being child molesters doesn't really affect me in this situation. I mean, the thought of it's not great, obviously, but
it depends.
It's no threat against me.
Who the other chess pieces are?
Well, I assume other unfortunate bastards like me that'll just be caught up in this weird ass game. What sort of wizards are they? Are they like super powerful wizards? Like, would I want to fuck with them, or could I?
Nah, they're like super evil, super powerful evil. They're like Jafar.
Right. Okay. And what are they playing chess for?
It's fun. Even child molesters need a day off, Dan.
Sure. Okay. But what happens when the game's over? Then do I revert back to me?
No, it's just an endless. So once you finish the game, they'll set you back up again.
But if that's the case, then that means that there's evil child molesting wizards that are like, whilst I might be trapped forever in their game, they're trapped forever playing that game and not molesting children.
No, they swap out.
Oh, what?
It's only you that's trapped there.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
So once Wizzaro's finished, Sam comes in.
Right. Okay. Am I sentient? Am I conscious through all this?
Yeah, you're conscious. So you can only move when they move, like when they use their wizardy magic to move you.
Right.
But
can I speak at all?
Yeah, you could talk in that.
So I can.
You could
shout
call them.
obscenities
You could
out.
call them bastards and stuff. But every time you say something to them that they don't like, they do something to you. I don't know what, but I'm assuming it's going to be bad, Dan.
But I'm a chess piece.
They might.
Can't get much fucking worse than that. Worse than that.
They could insert you somewhere.
But then they're not playing the game.
They don't play by They play by their own rules, Dan. The child molesting evil wizards.
Right. I'm gonna say I could explain away the Madeleine McCann weirdness and just be like, look, I found her, all right. That's, everyone be stoked on me for a bit. Don't worry about the nipple. I didn't have anything to do with that.
Not the nipple. Not the nipple. I mean, like you found her.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
brilliant.
That's I think I could convince other people very quickly that, well, I didn't know that was missing. I was just, Where did I find her?
You tell me then.
Well, I don't know. It could be in a bush, in a bin, in a house. I don't know.
In a cellar where you was picking up a lampshade that you bought from the Facebook Marketplace.
So then I know who the kidnapper is as well. Then.
No, because what you did, you paid via a variation of PayPal, and then they said, "Come pick it up. I'll leave it in the cellar, but I won't be in."
And I'd be like, "No, thank you.
No, you've gone.
I'm not coming to your house, you weirdo, to pick
you really
up
wanted
things."
the lampshade.
Not that much.
Did I say lampshade?
Yeah.
Yeah. You really wanted the lampshade.
No, I don't. I don't want any lampshade enough to just break into someone's house and go into
not
the
breaking
cellar.
in. They left it open.
That's even weirder.
And as a bonus, there's some beef jerky in there.
Oh man, I've eaten enough jerky. I've just finished another bag before we started recording this. I'm not even joking, mate. I feel ill.
What's your choice, Dan?
I'm going to go with the McCann thing. I think that would do more good than evil.
I mean, worst case, you get banged up. But
Well,
you know.
yeah, but at least I'd know that. Well, I didn't do it, so yeah. I'm going to say that one. That one's the lesser. Yeah, for sure.
That suits me. Right, I'm going to go with 8 and 17.
8 and 17. Okay. So number 8, blind yourself with a shit-covered tree branch. Or number 17, berate an elderly relative to tears for no good reason.
Berate an elderly relative.
Yeah.
I have a number of elderly relatives that I do not care for, so it would be pretty easy to do. And I don't want to go blind, let alone with a shit-covered tree.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. But, I've got a number of people who I could happily... I might just do it regardless of this game.
Well, who's your favourite elderly relative then, would you say?
No, because I know what you're going to do.
No, you don't know anything.
Yeah, I do. You're going to make it be that person.
Yeah, of course I am.
Okay.
So your most favourite elderly relative, you have to bring them to tears by berating them for no good reason. So it's not like they...
That wasn't the thing.
I make the rules, right?
You changed the thing.
No, I haven't. I said berate an elderly relative. I'm just clarifying that to be an elderly relative that you like.
All right.
I haven't changed it to, berate Logan until he's crying.
No, but it wasn't my favourite elderly relative. It was just a elderly relative.
Yeah, and now I'm clarifying. That's what I meant. So it's your favourite elderly relative. You've got to scream at them until they break down crying for literally no good reason. So it's not like you go, well, you fucking farted in the bus again. Like, you can't. You've got to stop doing this. It's really like it's got to be on a good day for absolutely no reason, and you've got to get all up in their business, screaming at them until they break down.
I mean, I don't want to go blind, so I've got to choose it.
Okay, I mean, that's on the premise that they'd forgive you for this as well.
I was going to say, afterwards, can I be like, right, just so you know, me and Dan were playing a really silly game.
No.
Damn it.
No, they have to bear that in mind.
I really don't want to go blind. I can't think of any... I could think of things way worse, but I can't... What could you do if you're blind? No offence to blind people.
I was going to say that people could listen to this and still be blind.
Yeah, they could,
it won't make
but
anything.
if I was blind, this wouldn't be edited.
Well, it would, because I'd do it.
They wouldn't, because how have I recorded it?
Because all you do is go, okay, Google, record Audacity, please.
Yes.
Oh, my phone just turned on.
It did, but I guarantee it didn't start recording Audacity, did it?
Well, no, but you could set it up. There's all sorts of software for.
How am I going to set it
to make
up?
sure. No, well, you've got Zoe. She'll do it.
Zoe can't fucking use a toaster. Never mind, make me an automated smart house.
No, not make you. It's like this. The software, like people who are visually impaired, have got all sorts of shit. They can do lots of normal stuff.
No, they can do loads of normal stuff, but the things that I do require sight.
But then you just change your habit. Plus, I didn't say you had to fully blind yourself. You could just blind yourself in one eye if you wanted to.
Oh, man, you said blindness. I'm assuming it's 2 eyes, man. Oh.
Well, this is why you ask questions, you fucking dick nugget.
Well, no, because I went through it and then you changed it to an elderly relative that I like.
I can change it to whatever the fuck I want. These are my questions.
No, I'm going elderly relative. I mean, to be fair, my favourite elderly relative isn't currently speaking to me anyway because I upset them. So I could.
Well, we're almost halfway
I could
there.
just go along with this one, really.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. All right. You're going to stick with the.
I am. I'm going to stick with that because I'm a selfish fucking bastard.
That's fine. Let's do that then. Okay. Well, we'll leave it there then. And we'll come back to these because we've got many more to do. And let us know why you would choose to not have sex with a corpse instead. But thank you all for joining. Callum, thank you very much for playing. Thank you for playing properly.
Hey, I'm nothing if a stickler for the rules.
Yeah, of course. Thanks very much, everybody.
Bye.